Have you ever studied English for months, maybe even years, and still felt stuck? You watch videos, read books, learn grammar, but when you try to speak, the words just don't come out right. I know that feeling very well, because I've been there. When I was learning English, I made so many mistakes that slowed me down. Some were small, but others stopped my progress completely. That's why in today's video, I want to share the biggest English learning mistakes I made so you don't have to. If you're new here, welcome to English Learning School, where learning English becomes simple, smart, and enjoyable. We focus on practical lessons that actually help you communicate confidently, not just memorize rules. So, let's begin. These are the mistakes I made while learning English and the lessons that helped me overcome them. Mistake number 1, trying to sound like a native speaker too early. When I first started learning English, my dream was to sound exactly like a native speaker. I practiced accents, repeated lines from movies, and even felt embarrassed when someone said I had a foreign accent. But here's the truth. Your accent is not a problem. Fluency doesn't mean sounding native. It means being understood clearly and speaking confidently. When you focus too much on pronunciation at the start, you slow down your speaking and lose confidence. Instead, focus on expressing your ideas naturally. Your accent is part of your identity. Don't try to erase it. Improve your clarity, not your identity. Mistake number 2, memorizing grammar instead of using it. This one really held me back. I used to memorize endless grammar rules, past perfect, future continuous, conditionals, thinking that would make me fluent. But when it came time to actually speak, my brain froze. I realized that grammar isn't something you memorize, it's something you use. Learning grammar through real examples helped me so much more. For example, instead of studying present perfect as a formula, I'd listen to sentences like, "I've already seen that movie," or "She's never been to London." That's how grammar becomes natural, through context, not memorization. So my advice, stop memorizing rules and start using them in sentences you actually say. Mistake number 3, being afraid to make mistakes. For a long time, I didn't speak English because I was afraid of sounding wrong. I thought people would laugh or judge me. But when I finally started speaking, I realized nobody cared about my mistakes. People appreciated that I was trying. Every mistake is a sign that you're improving. Think about it. A baby doesn't stop learning to walk after falling once. Mistakes are steps toward fluency. So don't be afraid of them. Make mistakes proudly and learn from them. That's how you grow. Mistake number 4, learning vocabulary without context. I remember writing long lists of new English words, page after page, and guess what? I forgot most of them after a few days. That's because I learned words alone, without any real connection or usage. The secret is to learn vocabulary in context, with examples and situations. For instance, instead of just memorizing improve, learn improve your English, improve your skills, improve your confidence. When words are part of a phrase, they stick in your memory much longer. So stop collecting random words, start collecting useful sentences. Mistake number 5, comparing myself to others. When I saw other people speaking English fluently, I used to think, I'll never be that good. That kind of thinking made me feel stuck and unmotivated. What I've learned is that everyone's learning journey is different. Some people have more time, more exposure, or different strengths. That's fine. The only person you should compare yourself to is your past self. If you're a little better today than yesterday, you're improving. Small progress is still progress. Stay patient and you'll get there. Mistake number 6, ignoring listening practice. Listening is one of the most underrated skills in English learning. When I was starting out, I focused on reading and writing, but ignored listening completely. Then, when I tried to watch movies or talk to people, I could barely understand them. That's when I realized listening isn't passive. It's a skill you have to train. I began watching short videos with subtitles, then replaying them without. I'd also repeat sentences out loud, copying the speaker's tone and rhythm. After a few weeks, my listening and even my speaking improved a lot. So if you want to sound natural, start listening every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Mistake number 7, not speaking enough. Here's one that almost every learner makes, waiting too long to start speaking. I kept telling myself, I'll start speaking when I'm ready. But I never felt ready. The truth is, you'll never feel ready until you start. Speaking is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. I started by talking to myself in English, describing my day, what I was doing, or what I planned to eat. Then I joined online English groups, and slowly my confidence grew. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today, even if you make mistakes. Every word you speak brings you closer to fluency. Mistake number 8, not enjoying the process. This might be the biggest one. When I treated English like a boring school subject, I got tired and lost motivation quickly. But once I started learning through things I loved, like movies, songs, and travel videos, everything changed. English stopped feeling like studying and started feeling like living. If you love cooking, watch recipes in English. If you love football, follow English commentators. When learning becomes enjoyable, you naturally do it more often, and that's how you truly improve. So, those were the biggest English learning mistakes I made, and I hope you can avoid them. Let's recap quickly. Don't try to sound native too early. Use grammar naturally. Don't fear mistakes. Learn words in context. Stop comparing yourself to others. Listen every day. Speak often, and enjoy the process. Fluency doesn't happen overnight, but if you stay consistent, you'll get there, step by step. If this video helped you, give it a like, subscribe to English Learning School, and share it with other learners. And tell me in the comments, what's one English mistake you've made while learning? Thanks for watching, and remember, every mistake is a lesson, and every day is a chance to improve. See you in the next lesson.